Okay, here we go. VFR video. I've just pulled over. That's the main road there, so not far. So there might be a few cars coming. I don't know, but I couldn't really find a decent spot. Over there we can see or hear if cars are coming, so we'll be all right. Anyway, so yeah, VFR800. Damn, it looks good, doesn't it? Like in the sun. First sort of decent sunny day we've had in a while. The front end is like Panigale-esque, at least I think so. Anyway, lots to talk about. So I'm in the countryside somewhere. I've got the list of stuff, but yeah, so it's a 2015 VFR800. Yeah, so it's got, I think standard it comes with the center stand, heated grips on the deluxe version. What else? I put the tank cover on. Really good fit. It fits better than the one on the Gixxer, but that new was really expensive, like 170 quid I think. I got the Gixxer one on eBay. And then cod lock again. I've actually put bar risers on this. I think they raise it by about an inch. Oh, if we can see. Yeah, so that's inch, maybe just over. It does make a difference a little bit, because it's quite sporty actually, the riding position. I think even more so than the 6th gen, at least from what people say. I haven't actually ridden a 6th gen, but yeah, it's really good. Suspension's great actually, way better than the Gixxer. I think Gixxer's just too stiff for my weight at least, and yeah, I think just the damping generally on this is way better. Okay, I'll stop blabbing. We'll just go through the list. Issues. I'll just read that. So starter hesitates. Yeah, the starter motor hesitates every other time you push the button. That's what I've written down. And yeah, it's like every other time you start it, it doesn't want to turn over. So it might be just going out of whack. Yeah, so I don't know what to say about that really, but it still starts when it wants to. When it wants to, it starts straight away. As soon as you push the button. Jerky throttle response, pair valve mod. Yeah, so I think because it's quite a newish bike. Okay, so it's nearly 10 years old, but in terms of the regulations, like I think it's Euro 4 or 5, and yeah, as soon as you close the throttle, it closes it fully, I guess. So it's just on and off. Yeah, the throttle response. That's one of the few negatives of this bike. Okay, I've written comfort, brakes, handling, performance. Comfort, yeah, really good. I mean, for what it is, it's a sports tourer. It's not an out-and-out upright sit up and beg tourer, so you are leant over a bit, but not too much. The pegs aren't crazy high, I think, or maybe because I'm used to the Gixxer, so I don't think they're too aggressively placed, whatever. Comfort, yeah, so seats good padding, wide enough, same for the pillion. You know, she's got really nice grab handles here to hold on to, really solid, and there's rubber underneath here. This is just painted aluminium, but there's rubber on the bottom there. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, brakes are really good, really good. I think these are the same calipers I had on my Fireblade, so monoblocks, basically standard Takiko 4-pots, radially mounted. Yeah, front brakes really good, even though it's got the stock rubber lines, you know, ABS lines. Good feel, good power. It's a heavy bike, right? It's like 242 kilos wet, I think. So not light, but it carries its weight really well. Rear brake's good, like genuinely good. It's not obviously crazy good, like you don't want such a strong brake in the rear, but it does the job. There it is. What else? Comfort, brakes, handling. Yeah, handles really well. Like probably the best handling bike I have ridden. Maybe my Thundercat is on par with this, but yeah, it just holds the road really well. Maybe because the wheelbase is slightly longer, so I know that doesn't make sense, but it's stable at speed, but then it also turns in quite quickly. Performance, you know, it's a VFR. They haven't really changed much in terms of spec, like power and torque, since they came out, to be honest. I think this is 105 horsepower and I think 75 Newton meters of torque, so 50 something foot-pounds, 55 maybe. And the torque is actually what counts on this, because, you know, for an 800cc or 782, I think 105 horsepower, that's not that impressive at all. But the torque's really good because of the V4 and the way it delivers it. Oh, I'm cold. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, Jesus Christ, but I want to get this video done. What else? Positives: good fuel economy. Yeah, really good on fuel. It's got, I'll show you the dash actually. It's got MPG readout, so you got two buttons here, 1, 2. Really simple, but it works. So the right one, it toggles, I don't know if you can see that, but there's too much glare. Anyway, that's temperature. That's it there. Obviously it's not reading it now, but it says miles/gallon, and you can actually change the units that it measures it in. So right now it's miles per gallon. Yeah, I think it's UK miles per gallon, and I'm getting, there you go, average 51.7. so it's not actually that great, but I'm not riding this, you know, like softly all the time, you know, like, because obviously it's got VTEC and you want to hear it raw sometimes. So when you take it over whatever it is, 6,500 revs, I think just under 7,000 revs, that's when the VTEC kicks in. So I mean, any bike, when you rev it out, it's not gonna be economical. Yeah, it's filthy at the moment. Cleans up good though, you know, because of the fairings. You just wipe the fairings off and then the bike looks new again. Oh yeah, I put that on when I first got it. So I got it in November 23, I think. So 1.5 years. Yeah, this is the Pyramid Plastics fender extender. Cheap thing, 20 quid, but it just brings the fender, extends it, obviously extends the fender a bit, so it doesn't throw as much crap into the radiator. I mean, you can still see it's doing it, but it improves it. This stock, I guess that is the radiator guard. That's pretty good. Does the job, I hope. I mean, yeah, the bike doesn't overheat, so it's doing the job. Never let me down, reliable. I haven't had to replace any parts. Yeah, that's true, nothing. not even brake pads. Yeah, except the rear brake pads and the battery. So the rear brake pads, I think they definitely did. They had some grease on them. Somehow, I don't know, right from when I bought it, as it turned out. So I got it from motorbiking in Bournemouth. That's the name of the dealership, motorbiking.co.uk. Really good guys there. Get out of the way and okay, wait for the van to go. Yeah, motorbiking, they were good. They replaced the brake pads for free. Obviously I had to ride all the way up there, so it's not far, but it's not close from Portsmouth. But yeah, replaced the brake pads. And I told them about the starting situation. You know, I said earlier about how it hesitates to start, so I thought maybe the battery's down, and I hope they changed the battery. They did say, yeah, we'll just put a new battery in there, so that was good. Apart from that, no issues, like literally none. I didn't mention this, so yeah, it's just your bog standard. It's Puig, I think. Puig extender, clip-on thingy, and I think it does help, definitely. Like, it's the first one I've got and I've put on a bike, and it does actually make a difference, because usually you put them on and it just creates more buffeting. But yeah, this works. That's one negative about this bike. The fairing's not that effective, not as much as you'd want it to be, I think. Maybe I'm asking too much of it. What else? Yeah, preload knob, which is nice to have. Hydraulic preload adjuster. You just wind that in or out. It's really stiff at the moment, but you can see it says high there, high and low. Obviously, if you wind it out. In fact, yeah, I might wind that back out. I thought, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I thought the ride here was a bit harsh, and that's probably because this preload's almost max, because I had the panniers and everything on it not long ago, loaded up. So yeah, factory luggage is good. However, I had to buy a bigger top box. Yeah, so the factory box is I think it's 29 litres or 31 litres. Really nice box, but it's really heavy. It's probably the same weight as this big one. And yeah, it could only fit one helmet in there. So if I'm taking my girlfriend round, this bigger one holds two, and it's just so much nicer to have a bigger top box. It doesn't look too ridiculous on the bike, I think. From the side it doesn't, but yeah, I don't really care that much how it looks. The panniers I've got for it as well, I had to buy those separately. They weren't cheap, but I found some silver ones, so I'll probably, they're at home right now. I'll just make a separate video on just showing them. Alright, hello, this is another day. I thought I'd come out with the panniers. It's a bit loud again, but oh well. Yeah, panniers on, and I'll give you a sound check. I forgot that on the Jigsaw video as well, and that's the one that actually sounds pretty decent. But yeah, so silver panniers I got. This one's not too bad. There's a scuff there, I don't know if you can see. And then this one, I think, obviously they're second hand, so he said something spilt on them in the garage, so it's kind of ruined that one a bit. But I don't really care, it's kind of rough and ready, you know. The bike's not like in the best condition anyway. So yeah, I'll just show you. I'll open them up. So key goes in there, just turn that. You can, it's got locking handles as well, so I can lock that and it stays up. so when you take the bike, the panniers off, that's not flapping about. Anyway, so you unlock that, pull this flap up, that opens it, and yeah, you got space in there. I'll show you the other one. It will fit my helmet. I've got, this is an extra small. I've got a tiny head, obviously. So I don't know about like a medium or a large helmet, but yeah, I'll put this one in. And it's got the intercom on. It will still fit. I think it's this way. I'm trying to do this with one hand. What is it? Okay, I've just tried loads of different ways. I think it won't go this way, maybe because of the shape of the pannier, but it goes the other way. I think it's only because of the intercom, so I'll try that. Yeah, see, that worked. Right. Yeah, that's a bit of a flap. I can't do this with one hand, but yeah, it fits that way. So yeah, it's quite nice in there. You've got a soft felt thing, and it's got the whatever, retaining strap, and it's also got this clip, which you can make the strap shorter. It's just a buckle clip. Again, I can't do this with one hand. 1 second. Yeah, like that. So it's not fully open. In fact, I might leave it like that. So yeah, to close it, makes a nice click. And I'll take it off now, so I'll lift this up. That unlocks the latch inside, and then you just pull it off. That is literally it. So these two prongs, 1, 2, they go here, and then this one, I'll show you, right? That third prong comes up. When you lock it, that goes up into there. Just like that. I can do it. I can locate all of them, 1, 2, 3, and then obviously that one comes up after. But I can do it with one hand, just like that. I'll show you again. So top one's first, and then it sort of slides onto that bung. And there you go, locked, turn the key, and that's it. It's on there, you know. You've got to tap it and saying, you have to tap it and say that's not going anywhere, which it won't. I've had these loaded up quite heavy, and they've been solid. I'll close the other one, I'll show you what it looks like from the back. It looks pretty wide, but it's not really. I can still filter quite well in narrow gaps. It's not too bad. Yeah, I bought this box on eBay, GV 47 litre. It came with this whole rack again. You know, and the mounting plate, because obviously this mounting plate, that's what's different to the stock Honda one. So I've still got the original rack and mounting plate, obviously. So that's what I did for luggage. GV box. Slide, unlock it. key, just turn that, voila, loads of space. I can get my helmet and her helmet together. It's a tight fit. You can get bigger boxes, but 47 is enough. 47 litres for 2 helmets. Heated grips are good. There's five settings. I'll show you. So it's just here. That's the button. Heated grips. Or is it? Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and off. So yeah, pretty good. I literally only ever use 2 or 1. Obviously I put it on 5 if it's really cold, just at the beginning to warm them up quickly, and then just turn it down to 1 or 2. Mirrors are good. They fold in, and then you can turn this whole in a little bit, forward, back, to the side. I don't want to mess with it now because it's set really good, but yeah, mirrors are good. Seat, pillion accommodation, I've already spoken about that. Seat's good. She can rest on the top box there. There's no pad, but I might get one. And yeah, grab handles are solid. Lights are really good. LEDs. And on this one, daytime running light is both. So yeah, even in the daytime, right, that is, you can tell that is really bright. That's only low beam. I'll put the hazards on as well. This bike has got hazards there, and full beam. Damn, that's bright. Yeah. really looks good. So I've got no issue riding this at night. You can see the road very clearly. Yeah, VTEC's good. It's smoother than the last model, according to owners. I like it. Stock screen it's alright. It's meh. It's not the best. That's why I put this on. Access to battery it's okay. Okay, we've got a big truck coming, so I'll stop. Yeah, so battery, I'll show you that. Or even I'll show you the pillion, how to take the pillion seat off. So key goes in there at the back. Got to turn that. I need 2 hands here. And then you turn the key clockwise and just pull that up and then out, and that's off. So okay, I've got some stuff in here. That's my disc lock, which is like that thick, so it's got a decent amount of space for a 2015 bike. That's my heated vest lead. But yeah, to get the main seat off, it's just 2 Allen bolts. I think that's a 5mm there, 5mm there, and then same thing. The seat sort of pulls out this way backwards, and then there's one more sort of cover tray covering the battery. So it's got a few of those weird like push-in bobbin fasteners, which is a bit annoying, but I don't know. It's a Honda. They're really well put together. So yeah, you just take that off, and then battery's there. So that's not too bad. Pillion seat's got these luggage straps as well, so you can take it out like that, and then that can stick out the bike. Never actually used it because it's got the hard luggage, but that's pretty good. Anyway, so improvements on the bike. This is the last bit. Weight could be significantly lowered I guess. You know, it's bloody heavy for what it is, but I think it's because of the engine. It's just a big old lump, but it makes it stable at speed as well. And you know, I guess it's good for taking pillions, so you don't notice the extra weight you're carrying as much. So it's not the end of the world. Power, yeah, could be more powerful. It is what it is. It's not a sports bike though. Gets the job done. Yeah, so it's got a chain. That's the next thing. If it had a shaft, then I think this would be almost perfect. Shaft drive. But again, like, there's just not very many bikes coming out with shaft drives nowadays. It's only, you know, BMWs, Moto Guzzi's, and your top Tours. So the Goldwing's got one. You got your FJR 1300, and then, you know, a lot of the older 80s, 90s bikes had them. But I don't know, maybe it's a cost cutting thing nowadays. But yeah, you know, just having to take care of a chain, it's still a faff, even though you don't have to do it that much. But you know, you can tell it's a bit rusty, so it takes away from the look of the bike. But then, yeah, you got to obviously replace them every however many miles. This bike's done 22,000, I think. Another car. Damn it, it's windy, as you can tell. I really hope the wind noise is not too bad. Fuck's sake. Alright. Yeah, 21,842. And that is probably the same original chain and sprockets. So I'm doing well. I'm not riding it crazy, but it's probably on its way out. So you have to just obviously fork out money for that every 25,000 miles at the upper limit, I'd say. I'll probably change it before I go on this trip to Spain. But because of the single-sided swing arm, it's always going to be in perfect alignment, that's pretty good, definitely. I mean, it's easy to adjust as well. So if you want to slacken it or tighten it, you just undo that lock nut there. I think it's a 17mm. That's easy to get to. Just undo that, and then I don't know if you can see, maybe not. Yeah, there, the splines there. You put a C-spanner into those grooves, and you just turn it ever so slightly, because it's on a, how do I say it? It's on a egg-shaped cam or whatever, you know, like in the engine. So that's how it can go tighter or looser. I know I haven't explained that properly, but yeah. Cruise control, man, if this had cruise, again, it would be almost perfect. But it's, I don't know, Hondas generally, or Japanese bikes, they're kind of behind with that stuff. I'm looking at the Triumphs, the Aprilias now, and I'm talking about, you know, the 660s, the small displacement bikes. They have cruise control, but the T7 doesn't. This doesn't, you know, even though it's a sport touring bike. So yeah, cruise could be added. Weather protection could be improved. Another car. Yeah, weather protection. So the fairing could be better, but again, it is what it is. It's a sport tourer, and I think that this definitely has more emphasis on sport this time compared to the other ones. And even in the first place, when they first came out, they weren't out and out touring bikes. But I think that's what made people like them so much, because they still had, and they still do, they've got a lot of sporting ability. So yeah, anyway, last bit, heated seats, but I digress. Yeah, could have heated seats, but that's, to be honest, that is a very luxury option on bikes. Not many have them. You know, the Beamers have them, the RT and the Goldwing, I think. But yeah, that. So cruise control, heated seats, and what else did I say to make it better? Weight, shaft drive, better fairing. 5 or 6 things. If it had that, more power, it'd be perfect. But then, you know, you can't have everything. So I'm thinking next bike, maybe just get an RT. But yeah, sound check. You don't need the clutch in to start it. Stock exhaust, completely stock, everything. I think it's got the cat as well. Pretty big exhaust, I guess. It's not as big as some of the newer ones, but yeah. See that, it hesitated a little bit, but yeah, nice and quiet. I think it sounds like a V8 muscle car at idle, obviously a lot quieter, but yeah, it's pretty nice. You know what, I just realised, I think when I rev it, the exhaust, something is clicking. I think this is loose maybe. Anyway, that's it. Nice purr. At 3,500 revs it really purrs really nice. Third gear, you're doing about 30 miles an hour. And it's doing about, I think, yeah, 3,500 revs. That is like the sweet spot in terms of vibration and smooth fueling, everything. But yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like with full luggage. Pretty small bike, to be honest, compared to that thingy. Okay, yeah, I'll finish it there. It's cold, man. It's still cold. Nearly March, but I reckon March is going to be cold as well. Yeah, that's the VFR. It's been a long time coming, this video. Like, I mean, I haven't wanted to make one for that long, but I've had the bike longer than the Gixxer, and yeah, this is the dependable beastie. We call it the Beast, me and my girlfriend. That's the nickname. Well, the original red VFR was the Beast, the original Beast, and then this is like 2.0. I didn't mention that, but it came with a battery tender. That's pretty good. I used that recently, so I was away for 2 weeks, and had it hooked up at home, and yeah, bike started straight up, because last time it struggled, so that always helps. Yeah, not much more to say. Crash bungs came with those, haven't had to use them, luckily. Center stand is always good for mainly if you've got a chain. So if you want to lube your chain and there's no center stand, then it's a pain, because you have to roll it around, and usually there's not enough space to roll it enough to get the whole chain. So again, that's why shaft drive is the best, I think, unless you're going for a sports bike because it's heavy. But yeah, when you're using a bike for everyday stuff, you don't need like all the power. So yes, I'm rambling on. Thanks for watching.